Kim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, Bahasham, Harakah, Qadash. To have honors for the apostles and the others at GMS and the Akim, push this word in truth and in sincerity. So, yeah, I've been wanting to do this lesson on health and diet and how to detox your body from these chemicals, parasites, bad bacteria that's in their body. Because a lot of people, a lot of us, we get sick, we get ailments in the body, and we gotta constantly detox our bodies from being stuck in this world where Esau just pushes everything that's defiled, all this thing that's got a bunch of chemicals, a bunch of pesticides, uh, so like all these different things that go into our body that make us sick. They mess up your hormones. So your hormones, you get more estrogen in your body than testosterone. So now you got man titties. So all these different things play a role in your health and how you feel on a daily basis. Depression, anxiety, you get sick, you get lung infections. So you got phlegm all the time. This is due to the standard American diet, the SAD diet, because it's all just pure garbage. So I'll just play this video and then I'll go into it, and I'll try to make this as short as I can, but like it's probably gonna be a long video because I could talk about this all day. I could talk about health all day. Like this is what I love, this is what I like to do. But I'll play the video and then we'll go into how to cure it. And the majority of people have this problem. Whether it depends on how bad it is, depending on their circumstances. But all right, here goes.
Why are more people suffering from obesity than ever before? And why is cancer predicted to soar by 50% by the year 2020? The answer may frighten you, as it did me. Doctors are now saying it could be the widest spread health hazard to hit North America since cigarettes, polio, HIV, or hepatitis. In our lifetimes, this one thing will affect more Americans than all four of these combined. In 2005, molecular biologists at Rice University estimated it was already affecting 70% of the American population. What is it? It's the consequence of the unnatural elements we've been exposed to, and the deep, dark secret the food conglomerates are right now, as we speak, spending millions of dollars to try and sweep under the rug. They have some help from the killer itself, because this disease takes over your body from the inside. Most never even know it is there until it's too late. Its name is Candida, otherwise known as the American parasite. Candida is a type of fungi, a single-celled member of the yeast family. Where did it come from? Was it carried over on a boat from Africa? Or did it come from livestock? Actually, no. Candida is a natural resident of your digestive tract, along with 25 trillion other bacteria, some good and some bad. So long as the balance stays in order, which scientists say now is 80% good bacteria to 20% bad, your digestive and immune systems...
See, this is a good point, because 80% good bacteria and 20% bad. This should be the natural balance in our guts. But through the standard American diet and taking antibiotics, all these different medications that have been put in our body since we were young, these different vaccinations, they mess up this balance. And the reason this is a big deal, because 80% of our immune system is in our gut. Look, there's the gut. 70 to 80% of your immune system, your gut has its own immune system. The gut-associated lymphatic tissue, it represents 70 to 80% of your body's total immune system. So this is why we got to look out what we put in our body. We can't just eat anything and just be like, oh well, it's all good, because we're gonna be fine. We gotta look out for what we eat, what we put in our body. Like that saying, you are what you eat, because this is gonna have detrimental effects to our health. This is gonna slowly destroy your body, destroy your mind, destroy, wear down everything. You know, you're gonna have aches and pains because all these chemicals are in our body, and they're wearing our system down. So this is called Candida albicans, and I'll just keep playing it, and
will continue to function normally. But here's where the problem starts. Candida is a member of the yeast family. And do you know what yeast likes to eat? You guessed it. Refined sugars, artificial sweeteners, and preservatives. All of the things that have been added to our food supply in just the last 50 or so years. Maybe you did the experiment back in science class, where you put yeast on a petri dish and fed it sugar to get it to grow. That's what's happening in your stomach right now. Let's take a look at that picture again. These are actual Candida albicans growing in a petri dish. When you feed the Candida, it starts to breed faster and faster and faster. Soon it has outnumbered the good bacteria in your stomach. Then it makes its way into your upper and lower intestine and throughout your entire GI tract. Before long, it begins to expand into other parts of your body, resulting in serious medical problems that can cripple your ability to enjoy a happy life. Fatigue, weight gain, sleeplessness.
And this is what I had. I had it. It's called systemic. Like, I had it so bad that I had it throughout my whole body, and this was pure hell. Like, I'm still dealing with it. I've been dealing with since I was 18. I'm like 32 now, and I'm still dealing. It's not as bad as it was before. Like, it's way less than it was. Like, I'm pretty sure it's almost gone. Like, I still do detoxes, and I feel 100 times better than I did years ago when I didn't know what the hell this thing was. I had to research, figure out what it was, because doctors weren't telling me what the hell it was. You know, I would take antibiotics, and that shit just made it way worse. So antibiotics are like the worst thing to do to take, because it makes super bugs. It like the bad bacteria becomes like super sane. It makes it way worse to get rid of. So what I have, that's what I have. I have super bugs like in me, because I had taken antibiotics for so long that it's become way harder to get rid of than if I hadn't taken antibiotics.
Bloating and gas, irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, skin problems, fungal infections. These are just the start of the havoc Candida can wreak onto your body. If you're suffering from any one of these symptoms, it's very likely this parasite is to blame. When you take antibiotics, Candida growth accelerates even faster, as antibiotics kill off many of the good bacteria that would otherwise keep it in check. It's because of all this, doctors estimate that currently, at the time this video was being produced, in the fourth quarter of 2013, 80% of all Americans suffer from some degree of
80%. Damn, that's a big part. And this video was, I believe it came out the first time in 2013. And that's when they said 80%. So how much more now? It's down near 2020. That'll be 2020. So it's way worse. And this is transferable through touch, through inhalation. You could transfer it through other people just by sweat. It's a very easily transferable sickness. And Esau even made oh man, that's going into another. Esau made a weaponized one out of this Candida albicans. Candida auris, which this was the original one, Candida albicans. But Esau made Candida auris, which is a weaponized version of it, and that's way worse. But that's going into another topic. I don't want to digress from this. This is going to be mainly about health. So the ways to deal with this. Oh man, there's this website. It's called the Candida Diet, and it shows things to eat, things to stay away from, causes of Candida, the symptoms, the diet. So things to eat. I'll just go into things to eat. Things to eat. Basically things that are not with not a lot of sugar and carbs, because this thing survives on sugar and carbs. So non-starchy vegetables, low sugar fruits, non-glutinous grains, healthy proteins, some dairy products, low mold meats and seeds, herbs and spices and condiments, healthy fats and oils, sweeteners. Now the sweetener, the only sweetener I use, because when you decide to go on this, you want to cut out all sugar, even from fruits, because they survive on fruit, on sugar, and what's in fruits is sugar, glucose. So xylitol is the only one that doesn't feed these. It tastes exactly like sugar. It's $40. You get 5 pounds for $40. So if you're gonna go on this cleanse that I'm about to promote, you want this to just curb off the sugar cravings. So see, benefits of xylitol: good for dental health, while regular table sugar is one of the worst things. Does not affect blood glucose or insulin levels. Fights the bacterial infection Candida albicans. So this thing actually destroys the house. There's this video. It's called xylitol and biofilm. God, this one.
Well,
It's called
9 o'clock.
xylitol and biofilm, which the biofilm is the house that Candida builds to survive. But yeah, I'm not going to play this video, but yeah, there's the video that talks about xylitol destroying Candida, and it also alkalinizes your body as opposed to making it acidic. So things to do to start when you start detoxing from this. There's diatomaceous earth, activated coconut charcoal, bentonite clay, psyllium husk, candida support capsules, which is a natural, kind of like a natural antibiotic, nutribiotic, defense plus, grapefruit seed extract with echinacea, astragalus, vitamin C, mushroom, Oregon grapefruit, and ginger root. So all these things are things to use to to combat this sickness, this disease. And everybody has it. If a brother has like a lot of body odor, like damn, like you smell hella bad, this is because you got this infection. This is what I dealt with this since I was 18. Like I know, like I could smell it on people. Like I'll pass by to somebody in the store, like I could see it like a mile away. I could see the symptoms on the face, the pale skin, like you start getting pale. The eyes, the eyes, you see the eyes are like yellowish. That's because your body is so toxic with chemicals and with this bad bacteria that it's slowly killing your body. One thing, this is what I recommend doing, because this is how I do it, and it works. It detoxes you really good. So in the morning you would wake up, and buying all these things for what it does, you get diatomaceous earth, activated coconut charcoal, bentonite clay, psyllium husk, candida support, nutribiotic, defense, and xylitol. So I added it all up. It came out to $175. So it depending on how bad you want to get healthy, I would go ahead and buy all this stuff, because this is what's gonna cure your body, and start detoxing your intestines, your stomach from these parasites. So in the morning, when you wake up on an empty stomach, you get the diatomaceous earth, and you put it in a cup of water. You put I use 4 tablespoons, like, because I've been doing it. But when you start out, you want to start out with a little bit, like maybe 2 teaspoons, and then you want to work yourself up to 4 tablespoons. Because if you just do this at the first time with 4 tablespoons, you're not gonna have a good time. You're gonna feel like death. You're gonna feel like you're gonna go through what's called the Herxheimer reaction, which you're gonna go through it anyway, because Doing this, you're killing off this candida, and you're going to have what's called candida die-off symptoms, or another term they use is a healing crisis, or the scientific term, the Herxheimer reaction. So this is what happens when you're going to start detoxing from this. You're going to want to quit because you're going to feel like you're dying. You're going to feel like death all the time. You're going to have strong BO, like strong body odor, because your body detoxing from all these chemicals. So what happens when you start killing these things off? When large numbers of yeast and fungal cells are rapidly killed, a die-off or Herxheimer reaction occurs, and metabolic byproducts are released into the body. This often occurs when introducing antifungal or probiotic foods and supplements into your regimen. So probiotics. So you want probiotics also. Oh, right here. So you also want to be taking probiotics, but never take probiotics and this stuff at the same time, because all this stuff right here is a detox. You take the probiotics at the end, when you've taken all the other stuff, because this is going to repopulate your gut with all the good bacteria. And the reason I like this brand, because it's probiotic 10, so it contains 10 different probiotic strains, with each serving having 20 billion live active cultures. And these are basically like warriors, like an army. You're basically eating 20 billion army troops, and you're eating them, put them in your body, and they're going and killing off all the bad bacteria. So the sheer number of candida cells being killed makes this very different from the regular cell elimination that forms part of the candida albicans life cycle. When these cells die, they release all the noxious substances that they contain, including, according to some sources, at least 79 different toxins. 79 different toxins. Damn, just imagine. So imagine all the things that you're putting into your body that Esau puts into the food, puts into the water. All these are being absorbed by this candida, and when you start killing these things off, all these chemicals are released into your body at once. So imagine how you're gonna feel. You're gonna feel like just death. That's the best way to describe it. You're just gonna feel like death. So this long list of toxic substances includes ethanol, uric acid, and acetaldehyde. And one they didn't put on here is formaldehyde, which formaldehyde is a very powerful neurotoxin. Also, acetaldehyde is a neurotoxin, but it causes hallucinations. It causes. When I was detoxing from this super heavy years ago, I was having like hallucinations. Like I was having auditory, visual hallucination. Well, ultimately, these are demons. Literally, these are demons in your body right now. Like these are living demons in your body, because they have the energy to them. They have that wicked energy to them, because they're contrary to your health. So when you start detoxing from this, you're gonna go through. It's gonna be a roller coaster. You're gonna have wicked dreams, wicked thoughts. You're gonna have feel like you're dying, legit like you're dying. You'll probably have like hallucinations. So acetaldehyde, as a known neurotoxin, has a whole host of detrimental effects on your health and well-being. It can impair your brain function and even kill brain cells. Yup, that's for sure. You're gonna feel like you're gonna feel like brain fog, like you can't think. You're gonna feel like literally you're gonna feel like your brains are dying. Your brain cells are dying. That's how it feels. You're gonna feel like there's an empty space in your mind, like in your brain. It's gonna feel that way, because all these chemicals are being detoxed at such a quick pace that it's detoxing from your brain, it's detoxing from your body, from your all your organs. So your body's going to go through a heavy detox symptoms. Your endocrine, immune, and respiratory systems can all be affected, and it also damages the membranes of your red blood cells, reducing their ability to carry oxygen around the body. So So yeah, so basically this is going to be a very hard walk if you're trying to get healthy. You know, it's not easy. This is very very hard. It takes a lot of mental willpower, a lot of mental fortitude to go through this. But the way that I went through it, you know, I was just like, man, fuck this. Like I'm tired of being sick. I hate being sick. Tired of being unhealthy. And I just went into it. Like I didn't even care like if I died. Like I'm gonna do it, and then this is what I'm gonna do. You know, man. I know the brother did it. The brother, the head of the camp warrior, he did the health. He did a juice fast with aloe vera, chia seeds, and different protein powders. And you know, he went through the heavy detox symptoms. You have wicked dreams, wicked thoughts. You know, your skin starts detoxing. You feel like ooze is coming out of your skin. Like all these things are gonna start happening. You're gonna be like, damn, like this is sick. This is how sick I was, and you realize like your mind is gonna change. You're gonna start looking at food different. You're gonna start craving healthier things as opposed to all these donuts, cookies and garbage, and now they have these organic fruit roll-ups, and just because it says organic, it doesn't mean it's good for you. Like organic fruit roll-ups, come on, that's not expedient to eat for your health, or organic mac and cheese. So now Esau just labeling organic on everything just to try to sell shit. But the thing that's gonna happen when you're going through these die-off symptoms, you're gonna have nausea, headache, fatigue, dizziness, swollen glands, bloating, gas, constipation or diarrhea, increased joint or muscle pain, elevated heart rate, chills, or cold feeling in your extremities, body itchiness, hives or rashes, sweating, fever, skin breakouts, recurring vaginal, prostate, and sinus infections. So these are all things that are gonna happen to you when you start detoxing from this. But ultimately it has to happen for you to become healthier, you know. Yeah, okay. I'll go into and you're gonna want to drink a lot of water, at least a gallon of water a day, because that's what's gonna help you piss out all those toxins that your body's trying to detox. You know, it's also gonna help your liver and your kidneys from getting overworked so much, because it's gonna help flush out all that junk that's being detoxed. So benefits of diatomaceous earth. This is what you'll be taking in the morning. As soon as you wake up, you drink this 4 tablespoons, which you want to start slow, like I said, with maybe a teaspoon, and then work your way up to 4 tablespoons, and you'll mix 4 tablespoons of this with like 1 teaspoon of this. And the reason you put the charcoal in it, because the diatomaceous earth basically cuts the outside of the parasite, and it hurts them, it damages them. And when like this says, when they die, they release all these toxins, all these 72 different toxins. And what this activated coconut charcoal is going to do, it's going to trap all those toxins, all that junk into the charcoal, because charcoal is a very powerful detoxifier. You know, if they even give it to people that go to the hospital for when they get food poisoning, or they get alcohol poisoning, they make them take this. They make them take charcoal, because it detoxes them, the body. So there's some benefits of diatomaceous earth. Cleanse the digestive tract, support healthy digestion, improve cholesterol and heart health, provide the body with trace minerals, improve bone health, promote hair growth, promote skin health and strong nails. So yeah, this is what's gonna start cleaning out your digestive tract. It's gonna start scraping the sides of your see how it's like rock. It's like shell, like they call it fossil shell flour. because it's basically like a rock, like shells. And you eat this, and it goes into your body and starts scrubbing like the inside of your digestive tract, and starts getting all that shit from the side, and starts pulling it out, taking it out of your system. So after this, you would do this in the morning: diatomaceous earth and activated coconut charcoal. So then after that, you would wait like an hour maybe, and just keep drinking water, and then you would do bentonite clay and psyllium husk. So bentonite clay is another powerful detoxifier that's going to help pull out those excess toxins that are being released through the Herxheimer reaction. So these are just some benefits of bentonite clay: healing skin conditions, aiding in detoxification process, protecting against bacterial infections, supporting digestive and respiratory processes, aiding in dental health, supplying nutrients, potentially helping with weight loss, and more. So you would use like a tablespoon of this, and when you mix this, this is a super warning: never use metal. When you mix these things, I almost forgot to mention, always use a plastic spoon, because these things are going to absorb the metal that's on the spoon. So you never want to mix this with a spoon. It's going to absorb the metal on the spoon. Again, I'm going to repeat it. So you don't want to ingest the metal that's on the spoon, so you mix it with plastic. This is a plastic bottle. It doesn't absorb plastic. So you mix a teaspoon. I use 2 teaspoons because I use the plastic spoons. They're probably like teaspoons. So I would put 2 of those in a glass with water, and I would mix it, and then I would add a tablespoon of this, and then mix it, and then you drink it, and then you drink more water after, and that you would do that. That would be like your morning routine. After that, after like an hour, this is going through your system. This is when you take the candida, the candida support, and the tablets. And these are the antibiotics that are going to kill the bad bacteria. So this would be like your morning routine, to go about your day. And, just drink a lot of water throughout the day. And then, just drink at least a gallon of water. Benefits of drinking a gallon of water a day: more energy, maintain the balance of bodily fluids, clear up skin, fewer headaches, fight bloating, and it's going to help you detox those chemicals that are being released again from the Herxheimer reaction. So like I gotta take a rest. Take a drink. All right. So this xylitol is mainly to curb the sugar cravings, because you're gonna get sugar cravings, and these are the demons. These are these candida, because these things literally take over your body. They have the nerve that goes directly to your brain. I believe it's called the cortical nerve, if I'm not mistaken. Cortical nerve. No, that's not it. But there's a giant nerve that goes from your I forget the name of it. There's a giant a nerve that goes to from your digestive tract that goes up to your brain, and so these when these have taken over your body, the candida, these literally they dictate what you crave, the cravings that you get, the food that you like to eat. So if you ever get like a strong craving, like if something you want sugar or carbs, it's literally this thing telling you to eat it. You're literally just giving up to this thing telling you what to eat. That's what it is. It's because it's taking over your body so bad that it dictates what you want to eat, what you crave. And when you start eating healthier, and you like after like the 3 or 4 days of eating healthier, you start actually craving healthier things, and you start looking at like donuts and like pizza and burgers. You're like, ugh, like I don't want to eat that shit. So you'll start looking at food different. So that's one thing about the xylitol, and it's also going to kill. It's also going to kill the parasite, the candida. See, the xylitol, it fights candida albicans, and this, it sounds like it's something made in a lab, but it's actually made from a real birch tree, which a birch tree, it's like the birch. Oh, Slovakia. It's like a black and white tree. Yeah, kind. So it's made from this tree right here. This tree, the bark of it is really sweet. So this is what xylitol is made out of. So yeah, so it fights the bacterial infection of candida. Xylitol is low in calories, in addition to xylitol having minimal effects on blood glucose. So when your blood glucose is super high, that's when the candida thrives. That's where it starts. It lives better. So a lot of symptoms. Let's see: chronic fatigue, brain fog, digestive issues, diarrhea, gas, bloating, constipation, cramps, nausea, reoccurring yeast infections, itching, pain during intercourse, swelling, white discharge, and men get yeast infections too. You know, this is not just women yeast infections. This is men get yeast infections too. Oral thrush, if your tongue is white, oral thrush. Yeah, see, all this shit is sick. This is disgusting. Like when you wake up in the morning and your breath smells like shit, your breath smells like death. That's because your body, you've got a lot of candida in your body. You just keep feeding it garbage. Like your breath, if your breath literally smells like death, that's because you're feeding it this garbage, and you're just letting it thrive. You know, like I have this. There's this tongue scraper you could get, and you could scrape your tongue every morning, and when you stop feeding it, it stops growing. You'll wake up in the morning, and your breath won't even smell that bad because you're not feeding it the things that the garbage that it needs to grow. Food sensitivities, fungal infections on the skin and nails. Yeah, skin rashes. You know, I would get skin rashes. You know, a lot. A weak immune system. Yeah, and when you get sick, it's because your immune system's weak from this parasite. Leaky gut syndrome. So this is where the bad BO comes in. When if brothers smell hella bad, is because this has gotten so bad that it's caused a thing called leaky gut syndrome. This candida-related condition, often known as intestinal permeability, provokes inflammation and a strong immune response. The inflammation and food sensitivities that it causes put pressure on your overloaded immune system. So leaky gut syndrome, there's literally holes inside your gut where the shit leaks out into your bloodstream, and now it becomes systemic. It starts infecting your whole body. And when brothers got bad BO, it's because of this and the candida. Joint pain, low mood, suppressed serotonin, reduced dopamine. So serotonin is like the good chemical that your body makes to make you feel good. You know, the serotonin, the happy chemical. Reduced dopamine, so you feel you're always low mood, anxiety, depression, negative thoughts. So this would be, you know, what you would add. You would add this to like a smoothie, you know, or also you could get lemon. You could make lemonade with this, and you could drink it, and that's going to curb your sweet tooth, you know, because you're going to be craving sugar, carbs, because this is what's going to be the candida telling you to eat. So this is going to be a thing to get away from that sugar. Okay, so we'll just go into the things to eat and things to stay away from. It's like this is a 34 minutes. This is a long video. So foods to eat. We already went into foods to eat. No non-starchy vegetables, low sugar fruits, non-glutinous grains, healthy proteins, some dairy products, low mold nuts and seeds, herbs, spices, and condiments. Non-starchy vegetables, low sugar fruits, glutinous grains, quinonas, like the brother says, quinonas. This is like one of the main things I'll eat, because this also has a chemical in it called camphorol. Quinoa and camphorol. I think that's how you spell it. Quinoa and camphorol. Oh, right there. Quercetin, not camphorol. Select. So contains the plant compounds quercetin and camphorol, and the health effects of real foods go beyond the vitamins and minerals with which you may be familiar. There are thousands of trace nutrients, some of which are extremely healthy. This includes plant antioxidants called flavonoids, which have been shown to offer various health benefits. Two flavonoids that have been particularly well studied are quercetin and camphorol, both found in high amounts in quinoa. These important molecules have been shown to have anti-inflammatory, antiviral, anti-cancer, antidepressant effects in animal studies. So all these are good things when you're trying to get rid of candida. So that's one of the main things that's in quinoa that helps you detox from it. Some dairy products, kefir, milk kefir, probiotics. Those are good things to eat. Healthy fats, coconut oil. Coconut oil is very good to take because it has lauric acid, which destroys the candida. And xylitol, we talked about that. Non-sugar sweeteners. Stay away from these other ones, just because they're not as good as xylitol. Fermented foods, sauerkraut, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, things that are fermented. I'll maybe sometime, Lord willing, near future, I'll make a video on how to make sauerkraut and kimchi. It's not hard. It's really easy to make at home, and you're making medicine basically. You're making things that are going to go into your gut and fight bad bacteria. Okay, let's go into foods to not eat. Foods to avoid. Obviously, all this garbage that's right here: sodas, potatoes, chips, muffins, sugar. All this is garbage. It's just gonna kill you. Foods to avoid: foods that are high in sugar, foods that contain gluten, foods that promote gut inflammation. So you want to be on an anti-inflammation diet. Chia seeds. Another thing, chia seeds are high anti-inflammatory. Things with a lot of omega-3 fats as opposed to omega-6. So category foods to avoid: agave, aspartame. Oh, that was Satan. Damn, what happened? Yeah, that was Satan right there. Just randomly closed the video. Oh, there he goes. Damn, that was Shaitan. I don't even know what happened there. Just randomly closed my whole browser. I didn't even click exit or nothing. But what was I? So not foods to avoid: agave, aspartame, cane sugar, corn syrup, honey. I know brothers love honey. But that does increase glucose levels, and you're not gonna stay away from these foods forever. This is just for like as long a couple months maybe, depending on how bad you have the candida infection. You're gonna stay away from these foods. Barley, rice, spelt wheat, high sugar fruits, bananas, dates, fruit juices, grapes, mango, raisins, processed meats, shellfish, swordfish, tuna, cheese, milk, cream, nut butters from moldy nuts, condiments, barbecue sauce, horseradish. Which horseradish, if you want the root, if you take the root, actually, it's really good also to clear out candida. The bitter herbs, the ginger, that's really good to take. But as far as condiments, they add a bunch of sugar, garbage to it. Refined processed fats, canola oil, margarine, soybean, alcoholic or sugary drinks, beer, cider, liquors, spirits, wine. And if okay, on this, you could drink brothers that drink, you could drink tequila. Tequila actually has probiotics, believe it or not, probiotics and prebiotics in it. So tequila actually lowers your so like, I'm gonna look it up. Tequila lowers blood. So tequila actually lowers your blood sugar. Tequila may lower blood pressure. A new study by the American Chemical Society released a finding that it says the sugar derived from agave plants, like those used in tequila, present properties that may result in lower blood pressure. The derived sugar can also trigger insulin production and aid in weight loss, helping those suffering with diabetes. So it can also lower blood sugar. So that's a good thing to for this. Now you're not going to be downing a whole bottle of tequila. That's doing too much. But staying away from beer. Beer is hella bad because beer contains yeast. Beer contains yeast, and when you drink beer, those actually reproduce in your gut. That is bad yeast to ingest, because that it just stays in your gut. That's why when people that drink a lot of beer, they get that beer belly. It's not just from fat. It's because it's from all that bacteria that's in their gut that's just stuck in there. That's sick. But caffeinated drinks, optional, black tea, coffee. So that's pretty much it. That was pretty much all I had. Lord willing, it made sense, and it probably seemed like it was all over the place. I try to make it as as good as I could to be on have a constant like direction. But yeah, that was it. Lord willing, to help the brother out. Helps the brother get healthy. These are things I do, things I use to get better. And ultimately, the healing comes from the Most High. So prayer, fasting. This is kind of like a fast too, because you're fasting from these foods that are in the world. You're trying to stay away from them. This is gonna lift your spirit too. It's gonna get you more spiritual, because you're gonna start cleansing your body from all these toxins and chemicals and fungicides, herbicides, pesticides that Esau puts in all our food and in our water. So yeah, Lord willing, it helps a brother out. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and the others at GMS and the Akim, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. And shalom to the elect and abad ball.